Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Lisa Fulford, your creative coach, and I am so glad that you're here. And today we have this fun technique for this card, and they open up like so, and then this one here, it opens up, shows that, and like that. And so this is the one that we are going to make this evening. And so they're called, I call it a 3-layer card, but others call it a kickstand card because it can stand up either like this or it could stand like that. I personally think it just ends up standing like, on the card itself, but it can be done either way. And so I call it a 3-panel card, but you can call it whatever you wish. But I am using the, I believe it's the Charming Duck Pond. Yes, the Charming Duck Pond stamp set. And then I'm also using a few of the dies for the cattails, and then for the little frog, the lily pads, and the water lilies. We have a piece of peach pie cardstock that is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then I will show how to cut that. I have a couple of circles here from the Stylish Shapes, and they are stitched. I have a few pieces of scrap here to take my little pieces like this out of, so I have all those scraps here, and we'll put this over to the side. Then we have a piece of basic white, and this is 3 3/4 by 5, I do believe. And then I have 2 pieces of the DSP from that Charming Duck Pond, and they are the same patterns, and they are cut at, let's see, 5 1/4 by 4. I'm gonna double check that. I've got to get my ruler correct. Yep, 5 1/4 by 4 inch. I'm gonna double check this one also. This one is at 5 by 3 3/4. Yes, that's correct. And then I have 2 pieces. This one has my duck images on the front of it, so this will be on the front of the card like this one. And this one is cut at 2 1/4 by 4. And then I have another piece that's cut at 2 1/4 by 4 to put on the inside of the card here. So those are all of our pieces. So we will get started putting this together. Oh, first thing is we're going to cut this piece. So I have my paper cutter here. So I'm going to stack this over here with that. And let me see if I can turn on another light to kind of make it a little bit brighter. So I'm going to put this in the paper cutter, and on the 5 1/2 side, I'm going to bring it in at the 1 1/2, and where this grid ends over here on this piece here, so where this grid ends right here, that is 1 1/2 inch. So I'll go up here to the top. So I'm gonna line that up at the 1 1/2 inch mark, like Then I'm going to put, there are little arrows on the side here. And so I'm going to put them right at that score line. And then score down, or cut down. So I cut from the score line to the edge. And then now we will put it in at 1.5 again. Then we're going to start that score line again with the blade and then cut down. So that it shows right here at the score line, and then we have 3 pieces cut that are flaps here. So I'll move that. So we're going to lay this down, and this has the mountain fold. I'm going to bring these pieces down and line this up. Let's see, did it not? Maybe I didn't score it at the right place, because that is not cutting. That's at 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead. I need to make that cut just a smidge longer. So I'm trying to find that cut mark. Well, here I'll just use my scissor snips, because the paper, for whatever reason, is just like a 1/16 under. Well, I'll figure out a different way to fix it. So I'm just going to bring this down the best that I can to this edge. So it's kind of bowing there. And then I'll grab my bone folder. Get that piece. And then this one we're going to leave up straight. And then we're going to line that edge up. Score that. Okay, so there's that. And then we'll add a few pieces to this before we start stamping. So this one it just has the cattails and different things, and I wanted the little ducks. So this is going to be the piece that we're going to put here. So I'm going to add some glue to the water side of this piece. I like to do the corners so that they will adhere well. And I'm going to add that, center that on here, try to get equal amounts all the way around, just like that. And then this piece, we're going to add glue to these panels, and this will get glued down to there. So let's do that next. And I'm not going to go clear to the edge because I'm giving it a border. Okay, we're going to take this piece and add that. Like so. Press it down. And then this is opened up, and this is decorative here. If you wanted to add DSP to this, you could, but I'm not going to. And then for the inside, that's going to be this next same piece. We're going to add the glue to the back of it. I want to thank you for joining me on YouTube for this video. And if you could leave a comment in the down below where you're from, I would greatly appreciate that, or how, if you like the card or things like that. So this one here, I'm going to do some coloring on it first before I do any stamping and such. So I've got my Pool Party ink and my blender brush here. I'm just going to add just a little bit here in the center. Just over here on this edge. I don't want a lot, I just want a little bit. We're going to stamp some words right there so you can see it right here. And then we're going to do the same to this larger circle. I'm not doing all of it. I'm leaving the top kind of white, but down here at the bottom where our cattails are going to go, I'm adding some and then to the center. Okay, I think that's probably it for now. We'll close this up. And then we'll bring in two other ink colors. And they are Pretty Peacock and then Lemon Lime Twist. So I'm going to go ahead and crease this down and then burnish that crease line. And that other piece of DSP we're going to add to the front. And the reason why we didn't go ahead and fold that, it makes it easier to put this piece of DSP in if you keep this piece straight up. So I hope that you're enjoying this card. If you are, if you could give me a thumbs up, I appreciate that. And if this is inspiring you, I appreciate you following me on YouTube and subscribing. So we're going to add this to the inside. That's going to be our piece on the front, and this is going to go on this inside. So we're going to do a little bit of our stamping. So I'm going to set this over to the side while we're working on it, and we'll do all of our stamping. So in the middle, we want Have a Lovely Day. I'm going to ink that up in Pretty Peacock. And right here in the middle where we highlight, Have a Lovely Day. And I'm holding it for a moment so it will adhere well. That I will sit over here. This one we are going to do Hello Friend. So I've got that inked up. It says Hello Friend. So we'll set that off to the side as well. Now this one here, down here at the bottom is where the coloring is, and then in the center, and then up here at the top it's a little bit more white. So I'm going to take this Happy Birthday. I'm going to stamp up here at the top that Happy Birthday. So that's all that stamping. Let's make certain. Yes. All right. So we still need those, but I need that scrap white piece here. And we're going to do the outline of the frog on a lily pad in Pretty Peacock. And then we're going to take frog fill in part. We're going to do the lemon lime twist. Let's see if I can see to line this all up. Oh, that's perfect there. All right, so that part is finished. And now it's time to do some die cutting. So bring in my mini cut and emboss machine and our little frog. I'm going to grab the outline die cut for that. Try to line that up the best that I can. Add some mint tape to that. Get there. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring in this pink piece. Cut it off here. And add that on to there, and then bring in this other, I think it's a lotus flower maybe for that. So cover this up. Sorry, it's shaking the camera. There we go. Get that back for now. So here is our frog. Oops. That piece of mint tape is going to have to be thrown away. So here's our little frog guy. And then here are our lotus flowers. Those there. And then the next thing that we're going to cut is the, this is Granny Apple Green, I believe. I'll put the cattails die on here. And then a piece of our pretty peacock. Cut that. Set that on this end. We're going to put the lily pads on there. I think I need 2 of those. Yes, I do. I'll turn it sideways there like that. I think that'll work. Slide this in. And die cut it. There we go. You have to run it through it again. So this usually gets stuck in my die cut. There's one. Two. Then our lily pads. Just using my take your pick tool to go down in these little holes that are on the back. So that I do believe we're finished with. And now we have to cut those cattails out with a piece of our peach pie. And the lotus flowers, let's see, I think we only need 2 of them. Yeah, so I have 2. If not, I've got some others cut. So I'm going to put this on here. So that can go through. Put the lily pads back on because we need another set of those. Put my die cut on, or my plate, and run that through again. Bring it closer this way. I put my hand on top, you can't see what's going on, so try to hold this side, but then it makes it harder to crank. There we go. So take your pick tool, press these all out. Like that. Same with the lily pads. Like that. We can move that out of the way. All right, so now then we will put everything together. On this one, it's right up here. So on that one, you're going to add our cattails to this piece, kind of like that. So I'm going to add just a little bit of glue. A little bit will do you, so just dots of glue. But just little bitty dots. We don't want very much. Then we're going to add that to this little bit here. Just press it down. Then we're going to take this one, and we're only going to put glue on the backs of the cattails themselves, like that. I need to find my scissors. Oh, they're right here. So I'm going to place this close to it and then snip off the little cattails, like that. And then I'll slide them into place. That. Bring this one down. Slide it into place and press them down. And this is just trash. Now on this one here, I trimmed it off at the bottom, and I'm going to do that same thing. So I'm going to do it on the back. Now I'm going to leave these hanging off. Now when I did my first card, I put down the lily pads and then I had my frog. So what I'm going to do this time, I think I'm just going to put my frog behind the lily pads. And so I'm just going to add glue to the lily pad that's in the stamped image. Then add this to the back. Like that. Pinch it together. And then I'm going to add my little dimensionals to the back of this. Like that. So the dimensionals will help hold the lily pad and the frog together, but it'll also hold it up off the card layer here. So that's raised up like that. And then we're going to just glue one of the lotus flowers on the lily pad. Kind of over here to the side. Like that. So that piece is done. And then on this inside piece, I'm going to kind of do a bit of the same thing. But we're going to add glue to the back of this. Just dots. Don't really want very much. Okay. And then we're going to bring it down here to the bottom and add it to the card. Same way with these, we're just going to add to the cattails. Get them into place. And we can trim off at the base of them. Like that. And just press them into place. We're going to take that same lily pad, put down here at the bottom. Hope you're enjoying this card. The main objective was the type of card that it is for Technique. This is Technique Tuesday, so thank you for joining me for the Technique Tuesday. Add that there. All right, so now we can start putting it all together. So I'm going to open this up. So these lily pads we don't need. We're going to add glue to the back of this one. We're going to center it on this piece here. So I guess we could have cut the inside out of that. But there's that. Close that up. This is going to go on here, but I want it to be kind of behind there. So I'm going to make a mark with my fingernail so I know I don't go past that. And then I'll add glue to the back of this. And I'm going to look for that little mark that I made and try to make this as straight as I can so that the birthday is horizontal. Before I press it all the way down, I'm double checking. Looks pretty good. So now I'll press. And then I'm going to bring my Hello Friend, glue that there. So I just want to put a little bit of glue right here. And then add my Hello Friend right there. And then just hold it. wipe away any excess, make certain none got on my front of this, and I don't think that it did. And I have a glue eraser here, and I'll just erase that little bit that's squished out. These are glue erasers that you can buy on Amazon. We used to sell them. I'm hoping they'll bring them back. And what I do is when they get all gummed up like this, I just take my scissors and trim away some of that. Make a new area, and that erases so much better there. So that is our card for the Technique Tuesday. The technique is, I call it a 3-layer card, fun fold, and the gal that I watched, I cannot remember her name. When I went back, I couldn't find it. But she called it a kickstand card, and she said she got it from one of the artisan design team members. So there's that. So this is the card that we made, and here's one that I'd made before using the To Market DSP. So it says, hello, thanks a bunch, and then a place for you to sign or stamp another sentiment. And so that is our card for today, for our Technique Tuesday. So I hope you enjoyed today's Technique Tuesday video, and I hope you will give this fun technique a try, this fun card, and stay tuned to my channel for more Technique Tuesday videos and other inspiration. I have several things that I do weekly, and that's Make It Mondays, Technique Tuesdays, and then I do mystery stamping every other week. And so I hope that I will see you for more of my videos, and thank you so much for joining me. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.